Hello, dear friends. Hello. Welcome back to our online classes. I am Noemi, and today we go on with the tools. We saw two videos with the tools, and this time we will see tools from, it's called the Pedagogical Triad. It's like a triangle with three important vertexes, or vertex, which is, we'll see right now with the slide, actually. And this is so nice because we can have a lot of ideas and tips and tools with this. And it's called the 3000 Triad, or Triad. And we will see many tools. Sometimes it's called as well the education in a higher octave. It's like the music, you go do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, and then you jump and you go to the next level. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, yeah, very high. So it's called the higher octave. And it means education, yes, we will do math and we will do sometimes the same topics, but it will be done in such a way that it will raise consciousness. It will be so interesting and it will open lateral thinking and it will be done along with personal development, and we discover, it's like, oh my gosh, this is so wonderful, now I understand this and that. And you see, this is actually the real education is very nice. Let's say math. So we can do math with universal geometry and with cosmic law, and then we can have numerology, and then it can be done with associating with the math from the Andes or the Egypt or the old remote civilization, and it can be linked with multidimensional math and quantum math. I mean, every topic we do, it can be done in a renewed way with a higher level of consciousness. This is what we call education in a higher octave. And for that, we have this triad, and with the three main ideas or three vertexes, and it will be unconditional love, truth, and enthusiasm. And when I say an unconditional love, it's unconditional. And this is something, as the adult, we have to give the example. It's like, I don't love you because, or because you have good marks, or because of the exam, or because you have a good career, or because I need you, or because it's unconditional love. We don't expect anything back. And then when we don't expect anything back, it's when you have a lot of back, you see, and it's beautiful. So it will be unconditional love, truth, and enthusiasm. And then the way we get that, it's almost magic, because sound would help with unconditional love. Light and colors will help with truth. And enthusiasm, when you do things with so much joy and you want to do the thing, and you have the set reward because you get the result, and then you want to learn more and more and more. And it's practical and you feel good. You can do it with form and movement. Okay, let's see. It's very simple, actually. When we think about pedagogy, when we think about learning or to create a flexible learning environment, always think about sound, light and colors, form and movement. And that gives us almost an infinite, array, an infinite numbers of possibilities and tools and activities we can do. So if you want to see another way, it can be to feel that with love and the sound, it allows you to feel. Truth, light, and color allow us to think, cognitive approach, and enthusiasms, form and movement allow us to do, to concrete what we want to do. And there is actually satisfaction in the three of them. So the idea is to go from the other one to the other one. Let's say we start an activity by feeling, oh, we have music from Africa, we dance, and then what do you feel or see or experiment with the dance, the African dance? So the kids, they can say what they feel, because usually they enter in the morphic field of the topic. Morphic fields is like the how do I say? It's the energies that will bring the topic. I mean, they will go in the subconsciousness of Africa in case of that dance, let's say. And then they will see something and they will feel something, and then something to do can be to do a big 3D maquette or 3D building of something of Africa. It can be geography, it can be a volcano, it can be the Kilimanjaro, it can be to have all the animals and to build that, like a huge exhibition. So it would be from feeling to thing to do. Or it can be from thinking. We can do a web quest, go in the website and have a lot of information, and then we do something with that, and then we all talk together how we felt about the activity, and maybe it's a team activity, and what did we learn, and how do we feel inside with that. Or we start doing something. Sometimes I do that too. I start by doing, and then I think, oh, this happened, and then I can feel. And we go from that, any order. To feel, to think, to do, to feel, to think, to do, to feel, whatever. And it's beautiful because it's an all pedagogical plan. I mean, we can work for years with this idea. If we go to some, actually we will start with 7 Petal School after this video, the next one. And you can see that would link perfectly. It will assemble perfectly. It will go together with the 7 Petal School. Like to feel will be the pink petal and the violet petal. To think is specifically the yellow petal. And to do is linked with the blue petal, white petal, green petal, and red petal. And actually everything is linked, of course, because as a human being, we are a holistic person. We approach with all our senses, with all our emotions, our soul, our cognitive part, intuition, aesthetic, I mean, art, beauty, and so on. And education and pedagogy is the art of having all that flourishing and reaching a higher level of consciousness, knowledge, wisdom, solidarity, and inner satisfaction with social issues and ecological issues. And I mean, it's all bio-ecosystem. Now, this is a good definition of education. A huge, beautiful bio-ecosystem considering the inner development and the outer development. Here's an activity you can see on the slide. When you have the colors and you have the music and you have the 3D, the form and the movement in one. So that means a lot of connections. The synapses and the brain plasticity is at its maximum here. Okay, sounds. We'll go one by one now. Sounds. I highly recommend we really choose a piece of music we have in the classroom or inside the school or at home too. We recommend the 432 hertz music, and you can have it, you can download from internet. And that's for harmony. And it's very good to balance and to focus. 528 hertz is for more love and for emotional issues. And we'll work here. And 936 hertz will be more for connection and inner work. And by the way, if you have the sound, it's called the sounds that go around. So if you can have several loudspeakers, that way you are inside the sound, it's even better than two stereo. We can think about instruments from ancient time or from indigenous people, like the didgeridoo from Australia, the drum from old civilization as well, indigenous people, the Tibetan bowls, singing bowls, and a lot of drumming. It's very good. The birds and the nature sound. Now go outside and listen to all the sounds of nature. Sounds from indigenous people, they have special sounds and they are healing sounds, very special sounds. We can study that or ask somebody to teach us or see if we have videos in internet. And under is very nice. And these people, they are singing to the plants. And it's proved scientifically. See, if you play music or sing to plants, they grow better. And we can include that in our sound classes. Anything with a voice, wonderful. Anything with having a band, a classical music or no classical music, and anything with singing in the microphone, singing will help you with many things. It will help with the throat, with the heart, with self-esteem. It's beautiful. This is, again, the conscious listening of classical music. And it's called Sonido Sophia. And it's done with the hands, and you have all the movement, and it goes with the music, and it will synchronize the two hemispheres of the brain, and usually it will lead you to alpha waves and even higher, theta and delta waves. We love to use silence inside the pedagogical system, like having a silent room or having special silent moment, and other activities can be done in silence, like walking in silence is very good too. We learn a lot through silence. And remember, less talking, more silence, and more self-learning. Light and colors, number 2. Light and colors are linked with wisdom and memory, because there is a theory that memory is linked, the entry to the memory, the vector is a color. We organize our memory through colors according to neuroscience. So we don't need color all the time, because this is too, remember that the kids, they are very sensitive to light and colors. They have hyperaesthesia, meaning all the senses are more developed and they're more acute. But I would say one room, and it's called sensory room. Sometimes it's called snoozer room in special education or prairie education, the way we say that. When we say prairie education, that's the terms we use for what was called before special education, meaning we are all special and we all need love and we all have special needs. Anyhow, the snoozer room or the central room is a special place where you have all the colors and the music and the senses are at their maximum, at their peak, and it's beautiful. So both images are taken from a snoozer room. But it's a short period of time. Those rooms with colors and all this colors effect is not all the time. But then when it's done, it's beautiful, and it really helps with more brain capacity and to soothe the emotions and balance ourselves. Another exercise we can do with light, and all the kids and young people and even the adults, they love it, to work with flashlights. And then you can do geometry, you can do angles, and you do a whole class with a flashlight, especially geometry. The other way to work with light is to diffract the light through a crystal or primes, and then you have all the colors of the rainbow. The solar watch as well is very good. Any exercise with the sun, actually, and work at night as well, like watch the stars, is part of the color and light. And by the way, we need colors, like the clothes we wear should be nice and attractive. The color should be nice, not like me, black. It's not very good with especially young children. nice colors on the wall, or very soft, like here, like this white, and with some little piece of clothes or something with colors, but not too much. And good illumination, good lighting, like from the sun, from natural light. If not, it should be, you know, the light when it's indirect light, and no those tubes, neon tubes. It has to be yellow light. Anything with volume and movement is part of form and movement. Now we are in the third part, which is 3D form movement. Under the tips, add colors to all activities and avoid anything with black and white, gray and brown colors. Avoid small and broad letters. And if you have a whiteboard, instead of having a black marker, why don't we use blue or something different than black? Because the other colors, which are not black and white, gray and brown, are more vibrant, and they transfer more energy and codes. Okay, now we are in form and movement. So anything with a body, anything with architecture and the constructing things in 3D, anything with dance and in circle and all kind of dance actually are part of the movement. I'll go a couple of tips to help with getting a higher level of consciousness, reaching a higher level of consciousness in the learning process. And I would say mutual learning process, because we all learn. I mean, the first person learning in this class is myself and yourself. And after that, the kids and the young people. And this is the beauty of it. To be able to grow, and it's endless. Anyway, I'll go a couple of tips. To go from 2D to 3D, it means from flat, a piece of paper, a board, to 3D. So we can use the ceiling and the walls and the floor. A lot of activities can be done on the floor. Write in big letters with sharks. They love it when they are very young. Or paint inside the box. So you can paint above, at the behind, and on the side and under. So it's so good for this plasticity of the brain. Get out of black and white. Leave the frontal mode. It should be in circle or make groups. The teaching should be like learn in one way. Somebody's talking 8 hours, and that's education. Actually, that's not education. But we talk about holistic listening and activities with several options, several solutions, a lot of creativity, investigation, sharing, and team building. You can see the pictures, like they make, it's called island. It means like, it's not that all the desk and chairs like in a row, but they make groups, and it's very nice. And it's very good for group work, team building, interpersonal intelligence, communication, and the teacher can walk. It's nice for the teacher too. It's not stress. It's finally a nice, flexible, pleasant education and creative. Mandala, yes, we can present our material in a mandala way. This is actually, this is an index of the books. Instead of it being a list, we can go around the circle. Or it can be the schedule. We start at 9 o'clock or something like that. And the mandala is much, much more pleasant and easy to understand. If not, we have what's called the mind map. So it's very nice to have some order and flexibility. And we can cover many, many subjects without getting lost or going by the branch, as we say in Spanish. We just go back to the subject, but we don't forget anything. And it's a very nice way to present things and to receive things. That's your student to present their work in a mind map is very good. Here we have more tips: use 3D, use movement, use colors, use sounds, as we saw. Use all the walls, ceilings and floor, mix island or subgroup of activities, organize projects in teams, and use the circles and domes. Domes is like any shape, like a vault. So it is said that our brain, our skull, is a dome, is a vault. And if you have another one above, it will enhance the thinking process and it will enhance the brain capacity. And this is known from very ancient time. And the dome or geostatic structure will do that as well. The yurt is a very nice structure for all kids. We had some report that the kids, when they go to the yurt, they are very focused, calm, and very good for special education or for very active or hyperactive kids. It's a nice structure and it's very cozy. And I would recommend to you too. And a TP and so many things. And a dodecahedron structure. You see here, we can see a dodecahedron, which is a 12 faces structure. It's platonic solid. You can go inside, so it can be a room for a special topic or a special class or meditation, visualization, a relaxation, or a relax activity, or you can play with it. So it can be on the calendar, on the dodecahedron, because the calendar is 12 months and the dodecahedron is 12 faces. And there is a theory that it will help with the DNA, because the DNA is a dodecahedric structure and will turn around a dodecahedron. And it, according to some researcher, it would help with to activate more DNA and more codes. We would suggest as well to work with archetypes and symbols. The kids are very good with these kind of activities. They connect very fast and they really like it. Or combining topics. And it's very good to combine topics or transversal, or to have 3 topics at the same time. Let's say the math teacher will do something with the art teacher and with the physics teacher, and they do one activity with the 3 teachers together and the 3 classes together. This is very good. And it's fun. Here is, we have the hand with the 5 elements plus ether, but it's combined with the 5 platonic solid, and they have the special colors and meanings and so on. And it's linked with Ayurvedic medicine. Because, you know, if you have the earth here, it will help you to ground. If you take this finger, it will give you more connection. Here you will have more mental activity. And it's nice because it's something for them. So they know them better and they have an activity that helps for their personal development. That's why they love it so much. Change the body position so they can lie down, they can walk, they can be in a hammock. They can stand up or have chairs on several levels, like be on the floor or be on a low chair or high chair, like a stool, like in the bar, you know, when you have a coffee. When you go to a coffee shop and you have the high stools and the high table, they have several levels, so they can work according to that. And there's many changes in education. And the nice things about this trial and all those tips, it will make education, first we learn faster, we have long-term memory, we do many projects, we feel good, there is a lot of satisfaction, and we'll work on all the levels of development of the human beings. And this is what we want. We want the blossoming human being. We want us to be fulfilled, all the children, the babies too, the young person, and at the end, the whole society. This is really the goal, and it's would change so many things, so many things. So next video, don't miss it, because it's about the 7 Petal Schools, how to do it practically, and please take care. I see you.